What's today, the 14th, huh?
Okay.
Today's the 14th? Thursday?
Yes.
Yesterday is gone away. It's gone away. Tomorrow may never come for some of us, and I pray. I had a dream that an angel told a lie, and that is why we suffer and die every day. I'm down on my knees, and I'm begging you, please, forgive us all. I'll take the fall. Just give us the truth. Why we're here, yeah, and what to do. 'Cause yesterday is gone away. It's gone away. It's gone. Yesterday is gone. It's gone. No suffering. Living in the past. Tomorrow may never come for some of us. Yesterday, a million miles away. Today is the day. I'll show you the way, yeah, from yesterday. Yesterday is gone. It's gone. I love that song. That's a powerful song.
Give me chills.
I didn't do it no justice though, because I'm tired as bleep, and I ain't tripping. By the way, all my guitars are missing a one string, and that would be the top string, which is really on the bottom. So if anybody want to help out on that hype, maybe you can convince me to get some of the other string I need. But as you can see, I really don't need it to do my own music, so it's really no big deal. I learned how to play the guitar on many different broken, busted up guitars that never had all the strings, so which was probably a good thing. So I just want to take it up a notch. Yesterday is gone, and tomorrow might not be here for a lot of us. A lot of people, statistically speaking, die, like thousands of people a day. I mean, I'm like, where are we getting all these people to die and not running out? It's insane. There's a reference in the book of Enoch, I believe, because the Bible that we use doesn't go into a whole bunch of stuff about all the other beings that have been punished during the flood and all the different things, different versions of history that somehow lost its time perspective, and people think that dinosaurs and dragons and fairies and minotaurs are all like different periods of time, if they even believe in them. The truth of the matter is, I believe in everything that too many people get together and do. Is just it's real. It becomes real. It manifests greatly. If everybody thinks chicken sucks, then nobody's eating chicken. And if you do, there's a consequence to pay to your fellow man. Which is part of the problem. I come up with different scenarios, and all throughout my day, I see the simplest things that are really affecting us the most. Um, I was watching some Malcolm X videos, and he was talking about how we've been duped, not by just the leaders whose job and responsibility is to maintain a whole country without actually being there. It's a hard job, and then the people that you put in charge of it don't have any ethical sense whatsoever. They have to go to school for ethics, which amazes me. And it's just sad that we need to be taught how not to kill each other off. It's insane to me, but it's real. People die tragically from all kinds of ways, but the worst way to die is by the hands of another man. I don't care if it's a war. I mean, how can you justify putting your own life on the line to protect, and then you're not going to be there to see the fruits of your labor? So let's get off that war hype and just get in that groove where we just like grow, because see, war is destruction. It's annihilation of something. Something's coming down, and that's why we don't have cultures. A lot of us out here are dark-skinned people that are American Indian mix, and you stay on this piece of land long enough, you're gonna turn red. Redneck, red bone, whatever. She gonna shake it like a red bone. So just keep that in mind. That clay. When I was living up in the mountain, I would get that stuff. It would be all throughout my skin. I never even touched the dirt. I would go wash my hands, and it'd take me 10 minutes to wash the clay off. And I was like, this is some interesting development. It's like I spent the whole day in the house, and I got red clay coming off me. So that's some very powerful stuff, and there's a lot of truth to some of the things we just kind of take for granted or simple. Melanin, and melanin is just a word to describe what's supposed to be natural, and it doesn't even have a name. It's not a particular chemical. It's a combination of things that make up what melanin does to the skin, and it's just that's God's material right there, because you can't turn a black race into a white race without some kind of definitive help, and if maybe removing certain chemicals, or something like that, was the interpretation of white people's existence. But the thing is, the word white, you can't even attribute it to those different cultures. I mean, you had Greeks, Italians. I mean, I don't even want to go there. And Arabs, when they come to this country, they can put that they're white. So a lot of people don't know that. And it's not like I'm blowing a whistle, because a lot of people do know of it. It's just of no consequence. I mean, maybe back when Gaddafi or whoever that guy was that ran Chrysler was here, but as far as that goes, the Arabs aren't the immediate threat, to our modern safety, but there's always going to be somebody out there. If you have a government that needs to divide you up to conquer you, and that's the whole problem anyway. So divided, we fall like a motherfucker. We all do. You know what I'm saying? How many times you get in a fight and then look behind you and your buddies ain't there, just gone, ghosted, And then sometimes your buddies stay there and they can't even fight. So it's like they might as well be gone. But the whole point is, if you stand up front together, it's just got more power. Like I said in the beginning of this little piece right here, if enough people believe in something, it's going to manifest. So if we all believe in the same thing, get some kind of common goal, we'll all be more united. You know what I'm saying? But in this country, we were raised and to pursue a dream that wasn't, manifested at the time that dream was created. But But that dream has already been manifested, and now we're just on the tail end of it. So it's like this: you got this side and that side, but in order to have sides, you got to have a middle. And that's when in the middle is where you keep your focus. You know what I'm saying? You know, part of you's got to be devilish. You know, because the flesh is you know, everything flesh belongs to the devil. You know, when he inherited the earth, that's what he literally got. And the third that they talk about in the Bible, in my beliefs, and I could be wrong, but once you start looking at numbers other than math, you know, you start to see the symbology in life and how all the numbers, the tangents and different things that can happen based on the numbers are ridiculous. And then you have the stars that play a major role in your personality. And it's important that you guys gotta understand that we all came with a manual, but it's just been stripped away. And thanks to psychics and all that kind of stuff, they kind of just like blew the whole map of personalities out of the water. I came up with an interesting way to explain it. When God created the universe, he created the stars to navigate. But there was no boats, there was no cars. There was just a man and a woman, eventually. And you have to understand that navigation that he speaks of in the Bible is navigating amongst your fellow man. Using that information to understand the person across from you is not a 4x4. You might be an off-road kind of person, but the other person is more of a street road person. So we have to give each other that space, and that's all personality choices. Personality makes up the biggest part of who you think you are, and how you come off to other people. I mean, outside of how you develop, everything that you experience is a piece of you, and you don't even have to be all those things in order for those things to affect how you act and how you look at things. I often describe that when somebody looks at something and they get this negative image, I just tell them, I say, look, take those filters off that you're running them through. It's not a search engine type of situation. You can't look through all your woes at the next man, because that's the furthest away you're going to be from love. That's real shit. I'm going to try to leave it on that note because I didn't really plan on saying anything. I don't even know how much of this video is going to air, if I'll do the whole thing, but I'm going to shoot it to YouTube right now. I got nothing but one love. One love for everybody.